Greetings and welcome to Simmer's Morning Skate, although it's not necessarily morning. And actually, this should be called Summer with Gabby because we're joined by Vancouver Canucks head coach Bruce Boudreau. Gabby, how are you?
I'm doing well. Beautiful morning
right?
here in Hershey, PA.
Hershey, PA, a beautiful day. I'm only going to ask you one Vancouver Canucks question, and then we're going to talk about summer fun. And the one Vancouver Canucks question would be the only one that directly involves you, and that is assistant coaches. Tell me anything you can tell me that you're allowed to tell me or want to tell me about your assistant coach situation.
Oh, it's just taking some time, but we'll get the right guy.
They get the right guy. All right. So the process is moving along. And there's no rush, I wouldn't think. I mean, other than the competitive nature of other teams maybe wanting someone, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 months until the season starts. Do you believe that?
It's getting sooner. I mean, you know what? The season hasn't even ended yet, and I can't wait for the season to start. So that's what happens, I guess, when you miss the playoffs. So hopefully it never happens again.
There you go. All right. So you're golfing this evening. Is this a golf league? And by the way, how's your golf game?
Oh, it's getting better now that it's warming up. The ball goes further. So when you're an old guy, you need every foot that the ball can go. And in the spring, when you get here and it's pretty chilly, and the ball goes like my drives as hard as I'm hitting them are 175 yards, which makes me ill. And so at least warming up, and now I'm getting back into normal territory.
What would have been your max distance in your prime as a golfer off the tee?
Oh, I bet you I hit between 250 and 275, you know, when I was a little bit younger. Now I still hit it, you know, I mean, if I'm hitting a good drive, it's 240. So it's not all that bad.
What would be your biggest strength on the golf course and your biggest weakness?
Well, believe it or not, because in hockey, I used to have pretty good hands and used to be able to score. I mean, for some reason, I hit it straight all the time. I never get in trouble. But I three putt more than the average Joe. I mean, I wish to God I could putt better. I think I can putt, but I can't. And it doesn't go in the hole, and I blame it on everything but me.
Putt for dough, Gabby.
Exactly.
What's going on with your junior teams? Obviously, it's summer, but just explain to the folks a little bit more about what you have going there in Hershey and also in Minnesota.
Well, you know what? It's great is we have these two junior teams, and you know it's an awful lot like minor hockey. I don't want to in that the tryouts are in April, and then we have another set of tryouts in July, and the coaches go to spring showcases all the time to attract your players. So it's constantly through the whole summer, it's constantly busy. So I mean, and then when we're at home here, there's me and Crystal and maybe one other person. We just we go around and we attract sponsors, talk to the radio. There's only one little small paper here about media and getting coverage, and we have Milton Hershey School and other schools to get the interns to do the play-by-play and aspiring people like that. So we have to hire all those people. We have to hire, you know, we're one of the few teams in this level to have our own full-time trainer and full-time medical staff. I mean, we use the same medical staff as the Hershey Bears. So, I mean, our coverage as far as that goes is tremendous. So, and we think we offer that, and not too many other teams at this level for parents that are concerned about, you know, if their kids get hurt in a game. We have 2 ambulances at every game. We have a full-time 2 doctors at every game. So, I mean, that's a real special thing for us. So we really took great pride in acquiring that. But we try to do things here as professional as we can with the money that's allotted for this kind of level of hockey. So we do a lot of going around talking about it everywhere we go, and working on things from scheduling. Like my son does all the scheduling and everything. So it's sort of a family affair for the summer.
Is this one tier below the USHL?
I would say it's probably 2 tiers below,
Right.
but it's getting bigger. The league itself, the USPHL, now has over 100 teams. They've raised their expansion fees to quite a lot in comparison to what I think is a lot anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's becoming a real, excuse me, outstanding league. So we're proud to be part of it, and we're moving on with it. It's pretty cool.
And it's still midget level, what they call midget level in the US.
No, it's 18 to 21. I
Okay.
mean, it's in the States, it's more for, you can take 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds. Like during the pandemic, we had a few Canadians that weren't able to play hockey during the course of the year, and were 16 and 17, and they didn't want to lose a year. So now, we had them on our team. And, when you're playing against 21-year-olds, you're still playing against kids that have played hockey for a long time. And usually a lot of them are in men's bodies, and it's makes it difficult. But I mean, for the most part, it's when you're finished high school. When I first started getting into this, my whole thought process was, I mean, these kids have played since they're 5 years old, like every good Canadian kid, excuse me. And now their high school hockey is done, and they either want to take a break or a year off. They're not ready to move out to go to college, or that they're not good enough to make a D1 team in college, so their career's over. And we wanted that not to happen. We wanted them to continue their career, and hopefully when they're done with us and when they age out, that they can get into a D3 school. Some people have hopped to D1. Charlie Coyle played in this league when he was young. There was I think the goalie that's in Columbus played in this league when he first came over from Russia. So I mean, there's always the diamond in the rough that you get, and those are great thrilling moments when you can get that. And but we attract about 500 people a game, and we think it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And so when that happens, that's great. We're having a lot of fun doing it. And my wife's the president, my son's the associate head coach, and I'm sort of just the good looking one in the go around and say hi to everybody when I'm here.
What's the name of the 2 teams so fans can cheer for them or follow the?
There's the Minnesota Blue Ox and the Hershey Cubs.
Nice. Blue Ox, named after Paul Bunyan's big ox.
Yeah, and that's Minnesota. That's where Paul Bunyan started out. And with the Cubs, we wanted to keep the affiliation sort of going. They got the Hershey Bears, and we're obviously the junior team, so the Cubs made an awful lot of sense to us.
Clever, very clever. When do you get in the mindset to totally change the subject? Because usually the Simmer morning skates or daily skates are 7 minutes. We've gone over a little bit. So when do you start getting in you already kind of brought this up, but when do you start getting in the actual mindset for the season?
I'm there basically all day, every day. Already? Oh yeah. I'm talking to people, talking to our, people in the organization, the coaches. I've had a few conversations already today I think I've had 4 conversations with people in our organization about next year and how do we go about it? What things can we improve depending on who I'm talking to? So it's like my mind is always there, especially when we're watching games these days. When you watch the games and you're looking at where can we improve? What is Tampa doing? What was Carolina doing? What is Colorado doing that we can use that would make us a better team? I mean, sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes we're doing the perfect thing, but anything you can pick up as an improvement would be really good. So I think I'm in the mood or in the mode every day, all day. So
All right. And what about physical conditioning for Gabby or skating? How often would you actually get a chance to get on the ice?
Well, you can see I'm in great shape right now. There's little I need to do to my body for me to be, other than being a Mr. Universe contest. But I won't start hockey, actually getting on the ice till our hockey schools start in August. And then we have a big one in St. Catharines that we've had for 38 years. And it's allowed to go again because the pandemic has obviously been lifted, all these things. So we're excited about doing that again, because we've done that since 1981, when I first started going to St. Catharines as an American League player. And the kids run most of it, but every now and again, I get on the ice and referee a kid's game or do something silly like that.
All right, we're in the last minute of play, because we usually go 7 minutes. Today we're going 11. What exactly were you doing with Sirius XM after I left, by the way? Did you take my spot with Gordy? What the hell is this?
Well, they needed somebody, and they, after they went through all the A's and then they decided to give me a call, and Gord was such a good friend that I started doing it for 15 minutes every morning before Elliot Friedman would come on and steal the show.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed the camaraderie. And the best thing about it was I get to cut up Gord on live nationwide radio, which was always fun.
Really quick, since we have 20 seconds before the buzzer, is it cool for you to make a prediction on the Stanley Cup final, or is that a bad idea?
No, I think the two best teams are there, and it's going to be a very, very exciting final.
That's perfect. Gabby? Oh,
there goes the bell.
There goes the buzzer. Thanks for joining us. It was short, sweet, and informative. Hit them long and straight.
Will do. Take care.
We'll see you briefly at the NHL draft, even though I know head coaches don't do a damn thing when they're there.
Hey, we're pretty.
You're pretty. You're pretty. You look good. You'll dress up. It'll be nice.
Yes.
We'll see you there. Cheers,
Okay,
Gab.
bye-bye. Bye.